there's a lot of information out there, and I've done a lot of work helping to understand this cult. And I have an entire video about why Anna would stay with Josh. Also, I know a lot of people are being very hard on Anna. I would honestly just say, like, she is completely brainwashed. She has been conditioned from birth to be obedient, submissive to her husband. And unfortunately, like, because of that, she is just as much of a victim to all of this. And she is so conditioned to just trust because her faith tells her that she has to go to Josh for counsel for everything. So if you really want to support Anna, like, telling her that she's a horrible, terrible mom and she's this awful human for continuing to procreate with him only continues to victimize her. It would be a lot more helpful to just think good thoughts for Anna and just remember that she is completely stuck in a situation that is horrible. Like, no parent, no mother, anybody should be stuck in a situation like that.
Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in the world, and hope everybody is having a wonderful weekend thus far. So before we get into the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and so you'll be notified each time I upload, and feel free to share the video if you like. Before I get into this, my usual disclaimer, please don't take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusions. So, but now I'm sure that everybody has heard about the whole Joshua Duggar's arrest and the charges he faces and stuff like that, which I'm not going to get into right now because personally, this has been just not it for me. I'm here to talk about Anna Duggar. As we know, Anna Duggar is pregnant with their 7th child. And we all know as females, or we should know, that being under so much stress while pregnant is absolutely no good at all. It is what it is. Anna's already pregnant. She's, I'm sure, nearly there by now. And the last thing she needs is the extra stress. What she is going through, none of us can put into words how she feels right now. Anna Duggar has been raised to be obedient, to be a submissive wife, basically to have no voice and not to be able to feel for herself. Let's be realistic about that, okay? And not to mention, yes, it's easy for us to sit back and say, oh, she should have left a long time ago and she shouldn't have been sticking by Josh. But also, like I say, look at the people she's surrounded by. The Duggars, Jim Bob Duggar, Michelle Duggar. Can you imagine what's going on there right now, you guys? Why did these people, if it's true that Anna Duggar went with Josh to hand himself in, which parent would allow that? You know, knowing this woman is pregnant, knowing this can be so stressful on her, why did they choose to send her? Why didn't they choose to send maybe one of his brothers with him or somebody else? Because that's who the Duggars are. They're all about the public's perception of them. They must always look good, you know, to the public. And that tells a person a lot about the Duggars as parents, in my opinion. I would never have done something like that to Anna. And I would not be surprised, absolutely would not be surprised, in the upcoming weeks we see Michelle Duggar, Jim Bob Duggar, and poor pregnant Anna sitting on TV pleading and saying how this is so sad and we got to think of his wife and his kids. They're not even thinking of his wife and his kids, because a decent parent, in my opinion, would say, you know what, run as fast as you can, run, you know. But that's just my opinion about things. But this is my issue, which has been so hard to be quiet about, but I felt I truly needed to say this because this is truly pissing me off. Like you heard in the beginning of the video, when all this was going down, KJ was also like empathetic, and if you want to call it empathetic, and people need to show compassion and be understanding and all that bullshit. She said in her video that people need to go watch her video because she understands exactly why Anna is still with Josh. She's done so much research into understanding this cult, and Anna has been raised to be obedient and submissive. She even acknowledged that Anna is such an incredible mother. And which, you know what, you guys, if I'm not the type of person to go and stalk or look at other people's Instagrams, but when she did announce that she was pregnant with the 7th child, and I did go to her Instagram, and my goodness, those kids are absolutely beautiful, for number one. Number two, Anna takes such good care of them. There's not one picture I've seen which those kids have looked disheveled. They are always on point, in my opinion. But after all that whole hoorah, not even 12 hours later, this is what yours, and this is for all Katie Joy stands and want to be blowing smoke up her ass, okay? This is what Katie Joy put on her Twitter. Anna Duggar, please, please, wake the fuck up. Stop ignoring the red flags. Be a mom and get the fuck out of the Duggar shed and run. Let that sink in for a moment. That video I showed you in the beginning was what, 11:30 in the morning Central Time, and then this was actually round about between 10 and 11 o'clock at night. I'm sure around about that time. So she goes from being, oh please, you know, be understanding, be compassionate, to Anna Duggar, please, please wake the fuck up. Stop ignoring the red flags, be a mom, and get the fuck out of the Duggar shit and run. Now this is coming from a person that goes on her Instagram and exploits her sick child, that puts pictures of him with the drip or feeding tube on her Instagram, that left this poor boy in pain for 2 days before she could take him to the hospital to find out exactly what is wrong with him, okay? Because this is the type of mother that thinks she knows everything. Now, I can say, I can only speak for myself, okay? My child is asthmatic, okay? Before we went on this lockdown with the virus, I promise you, I used to be in the ER or the urgent care every week without fail, because that's how my child used to get so sick on a weekly basis. There was quite a few times where I had to rush my baby girl to the emergency room where she could not breathe, and it was freaking me out. It didn't even last an hour until I was in that emergency room. Not one time did it occur to me to sit there online or take selfies of myself to show people, oh, I'm so exhausted, I'm so tired. Also, you sitting in the hospital having Twitter wars with people online. It's like, okay. So you want to sit in your glass house telling Anna Duggar, that has an excuse, in my opinion, for doing what she's doing, because let's not forget, KJ, you acknowledge that she's brainwashed. You're not brainwashed. You're the jack of all trades. You're the physician, you're the lawyer, you're the psychologist, you're the all these things. You know everything. So for you to sit there and go from be understanding and compassionate to she needs to wake the fuck up, maybe you should take a page out of your own book and you should wake the fuck up. You know why, KJ? Because this is not about you helping these people or you being sympathetic or empathetic towards these people. You're all about the finances, about what makes your bank account fat. Let's not forget that, in my opinion. Because all you do is profit off these people's pain. Look at what you're doing to Anna, that's pregnant. You know she's pregnant. How many times did you make a video before they announced you was pregnant? But what's best for you? I told you so. I knew I was right. You're the one that acknowledged she's a victim. So she's only a victim so you can look good to your subscribers, knowing not all your subscribers have Twitter. So your subscribers should know what a fucking hypocrite you are, KJ. Because for somebody as a woman that knows how it feels to be pregnant and to be under stress is no good for a pregnant woman. But look at what you're doing. You're exploiting their story. Not one media outlet has dragged any of these kids into the so far. One outlet did report on a statement that Jill made. But no, you got to take it to the extreme. This is truly not right. Absolutely not right. But my hope, and I truly hope and pray, Anna Duggar's brother finally gets through to her that he does take things into his own hands and goes and fetches his sister with his nieces and nephews. We all are human. We all have hearts. We can have compassion for Anna right now. Babies are blessings. So can we not show her a little bit of compassion right now? For her to get through this pregnancy with not having extra put on top of her with all hateful comments and hateful things being put out there, like KJ is doing. Telling the woman to wake the fuck up, knowing she has studied and she has learned about this cult, but she refuses to show her a little bit of compassion. Why? Because she gives a fuck about them. It's all about herself and about her banking account. She wants to go and tell Anna how to be a mother when she herself, in my opinion, lacks that. Chooses to spend time on social media than to spend time with her son. That's just my observation. And we like how she has an opinions, I can have my opinion. All I'm asking is, can we show Anna Duggar, for now, I'm talking about Anna Duggar, some grace? I'm not getting into the other kids. Believe you me, that's coming. Because this woman is going a bit too far. And for all those stands that blow so much smoke up her ass to boost her ego, to be more confident about being nasty to these people, is unacceptable, in my opinion. So all I'm asking is that, can we please show Anna Duggar some grace just during this period of her pregnancy so she can have a healthy baby? Forget about judging her right now. It's all about the well-being of this baby. So you guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I know KJ stands are going to come after me, but you know what? Bring it on. That's all I gotta say is bring it on. Because you'll know better than KJ is. So you guys, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching, for taking the time out. I truly appreciate that. And please share the video if you like. Don't forget, please be kind to one another. And you know what, you guys? Sometimes it's better to be kind than to want to be right. That's just me. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.